We're joined now by the former England boss Sven Goran Eriksson, one of the best-known football managers in the world.
Good morning.
In fact, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your book, you've written a book recently. Your book is not just about football, but I want to start by asking you a football question about the World Cup in 2006. You say that you wish you'd taken a psychologist with you, with the England team.
Yes.
You think they perhaps mentally weren't prepared for penalties or not tough enough?
Well, when was England prepared for penalty shootouts? I don't know when. They won one. So I regret that I didn't do that. Because we were knocked out 2004 in Portugal, penalty shootouts, and then again to 2006. And obviously we was not prepared, and I think it was a mental thing.
But it's still a mental thing, isn't it? I mean, penalty shootouts are a curse for England. So has Roy got that set up, do you think? Would that be your advice?
That would be my only advice to Roy, prepare penalty shootouts.
And prepare how?
Well, I think as a football coach it's difficult to prepare it because it's not football in one way. You start in the midline, you take the ball or without the ball and you walk 50 yards. Yeah. And then you put the ball and it's you against the rest of the world. So it's how many thoughts do you think a football player have when he goes from the midline to take it? And thinking about if I miss it, we are out. The whole England is out. It's a tough business.
Mm. Well, it is.
And if you're not prepared for it mentally, it's very, very difficult.
It's a tough business being a player. It's a very tough business being an England manager. Right at the beginning of the book, the quote is, "England holds you hostage and then spits you out." That was your overview of your time as England manager.
In one way, it's like that. You sitting there, you can't stop the job because then you betray England and the team and everything. So it's very much you sitting there waiting for that they sack you, and sooner or later they will do it for one or another reason. So, but I don't want to be negative. It's a beautiful job. It's a fantastic job. The biggest job you can have in the world.
One of the things you're well known for, we're seeing pictures there of David Beckham, Robbie Fowler, is you got on brilliantly with that team, didn't you?
I think so, yes.
You all seem to really like each other.
Yeah, we did. And the atmosphere in the team was, in the squad, was very, very good. And everyone, 2006, we thought we had a chance to reach a final and also win it. And still today, I couldn't see any team who was better than we were 2006.
In the book, you go into a lot of detail about your private life, which you never really talked about, despite a lot of questioning in the past. I mean, you'll remember very well those press conferences when you're supposed to be talking about an England team, and every question is about your private life. Well, why talk about it now? Because I'm sensing that you're not naturally a terribly forthcoming person in terms of personal information.
No, but if you write a book, which I did, then put it straight on. What happened? My opinion, my truth, because it has been written a lot about me as a football coach and as a private man, and most of it, no, it's not right.
But why not
so
why not stick to the football? Because what's happened is you've been open about your private life, and then people in your private life have come back with some very intimate and perhaps not terribly flattering comments of their own.
Yeah, but that's their problem. It's not my problem.
But does
I put it straight, how it happened, what happened, and things like that. Because before I die, I wanted to do that. This is what happened. If it's right, if it was wrong, that's another question. But this is what happened.
But when you read, for instance, Ulrika Johnson's response...
I haven't.
Well, she's not been terribly flattering about your relationship in some aspects. Do you deliberately avoid reading that?
No, I have it in my bag. I got it yesterday evening when I came from China.
But you haven't read it yet?
No.
Are you prepared for it?
Yeah, of course I am.
Are you somebody who gets hurt by what people say about you?
No, because if I would be hurt in the past what they said about me, then I would be very, very hurt. Because when I was England manager, whatever you did it wrong.
Have you got thick skin?
Yeah, I think so. And the only thing is you have to prepare your family, your parents, your brother, your children, that this will happen, it will come out, and don't read it, and if you read it, don't believe everything is true of it, because that's a fact. What has been written about me, something is true, but a lot of things not true.
I can remember, Charlie mentioned, press conferences, England press conferences, where you would be asked about your private life. I can remember being in those press conferences in Germany, all around the world, chasing you around Europe, asking you those questions that you perhaps didn't want to answer. Was that uncomfortable at the time?
It was sometimes embarrassing, and when I'm saying embarrassing was that I was a football coach of England, and the press conference should be about the football, the match we're going to play or the match we played or whatever, but football questions. And a lot of people, non-football journalists, coming into press conference, and they didn't want to talk football, they want to talk about other things. So I felt sorry many times for the football writers who were there.
It's funny, I think that hearing you speaking now, I'm sort of mindful at the time. Do you think that people were kind of baffled by the way you naturally are? That you're quite reticent and you speak very quietly. It's kind of not what we're used to from football. Do you think we were all a bit bemused by what you presented to us?
I don't know. I am what I am, and I'm not screaming because my voice is not made for screaming. And you can show that you're angry, that you're happy in other ways than jumping around and screaming.
And what are you most proud of?
In my job?
Or your life?
I was proud. Every day I had the England job, huge job, fantastic, the best in the world. That made me very, very proud. You are proud in your professional life every time you win a football game, every time you win titles, which I have done in Sweden, in Portugal, in Italy. So that makes you proud, of course. I'm proud about my children. I have 2 fantastic children. Proud of a lot of other things, privately. But the England job, big one.
Thank you very much for coming to see us this morning.
Thank you.
Lovely to talk to you, Sven Goran Eriksson.
Thank you very much.
The book is called simply Sven, My Story, and it is available today.